To the top of the hour, 10 a.m. You're still live here on 3FM Sunrise, on 3FM 92.7. It's a glorious Tuesday morning and a very warm welcome to my womanpreneur of the morning. Judith Ocansey is the founder, shall I say, of SheThrives Africa. Good morning, Judith.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. And how about you?
I'm not doing too shabby. You know, nothing $1 million, couldn't solve. That would make my day way more exciting. But in the absence of $1 million, we're still thriving, we're alive,
yes,
we have hope, so we're good. But how have things been at SheThrives HQ?
SheThrives has been good. We've been around for 7 years.
Okay.
And we're still keeping on. We're still going.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
7 years is no joke. And you say you are a leadership and startup accelerator focused on enhancing the capacity and expertise of women who want to create and lead a wave of transformation in order to grow and remain competitive in today's economy. A bit of a mouthful there, but for those of us who are not familiar with some of these big terms, this is your big English. Break it down for us. What does SheThrives Africa do? What have you been doing for the last 7 years?
Okay, so basically, we work with women entrepreneurs especially to help them thrive. So we take businesses from idea stages and we incubate them. We give them business development especially, and we hold their hands, giving them mentorship and coaching until they launch. And even after launching, we continue to guide them until they become fully blown, thriving businesses.
I see.
Yeah, so in essence, we are trying to build women-led empires, if you may.
Okay, sure. So what kind of business would qualify for this kind of intervention? Or is this open to all kinds of businesses? How big, how small? What kind of business benefits the most from the intervention of SheThrives Africa?
Startups mainly.
Mainly, okay.
Yes, and under the startups, any industry at all is welcome. But our focus has been on agribusinesses and fintechs.
Okay.
Yes, so we're coming from a finance background, and we have a lot of passion for fintech, and so we kind of lean a lot towards female-led fintech companies.
And when people say fintech, they're talking about financial technology.
Yes, so
is that what it is?
finance that is backed by technology. Or
I see.
Enhanced by technology.
I see. But Judith, what is your own background? How did you come to be in this space? Offering entrepreneurs a new lease of life, startups. Have you always been interested? What did you study in school?
Right. So I have a banking and finance background, and I worked in a commercial bank initially at the beginning of my career. And then I moved into the microfinance space. And that was where I saw that there was a lot of work within the SME and micro space, especially with regards to women entrepreneurs. And what actually propelled me into the business was a project that my MD at the time gave me. She wanted me to fashion a product for women businesses. And through research, prior to the product development, I realized that women needed capacity building. I mean, about 94% of respondents said that the top of their needs was business development. And so, I mean, it actually gave me the edge and the passion to delve into that in order to help women, businesses especially, have a more structured operations towards their growth.
So in practical terms, what does this support look like? So I'm a startup, maybe I'm into some type of fintech, or maybe agribusiness. So we interact with a lot of women that are doing sort of skincare, creams, soaps, that sort of thing. So maybe I have that kind of business and I've just started out and I come to SheThrives Africa. What are some of the steps that I'm put through, or how is the diagnosis even done to assess what my actual needs are?
Okay, so we have a conversation with the startups, and if it's already a business that has started, we look at the business, we find out if you already have a business model. We look at what the business model is. If you don't have one, we help you to generate one. And by so doing, we are able to guide you through a step-by-step as to how to craft the entire business. And we start by allowing you to look at your customers and what you're doing for them to see if whatever it is that you're doing actually aligns with what your customers demand. So, basically. And then we also, because there are a lot of skincares, there are a lot of whatevers, we also ensure or help you to get a unique value proposition for your business. And a lot of times that is what sets the businesses that come to us apart. A lot of businesses do have, but when we realize that, you are just speaking the same language as everybody else, we try to ensure that you definitely get something that would set you above your competitors.
Is that the secret magic, or would you say that carving out your USP, if you know what that is that the main trick to success? If not, what are some of the other things that startups should be thinking about, not only to set themselves apart, but to make sure that they are starting off in a successful way, or in a way that is bound to bring some level of success?
Apart from having the USP, knowing your customers is key. If you have a great product and it sets itself apart, and you can't get customers being aligned with it, then you are not in business. So it's important for you to know your customers and know whether or not the customers that you are looking at actually want or need the product that you are carving for them. And so that's one very important thing. And then you should also know how you are getting the product across to them. Is it via mobile means of tech, or is it via physical means? So these are some of the things, apart from you knowing the cost, the people that are going to help you carry the business across and all that.
And when businesses come to you, what are the main errors that you see, business people making?
Okay, so the biggest error would be the financials.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of businesses don't have the time to really record the expenditure they make or the income that comes to them. And you realize that even though they are making so much money, at the end of the day, they don't know where the money went.
I see, because the finance, the accounts, everything is all over the place.
Exactly.
Is it because some people think, I can do this all on my own? Is it because you think they require an accountant who can step in, or a financial advisor? Is that what is lacking? Or is it just that if you are focused, you yourself can actually track your expenditure, track your outgoings and incomings and so on and so forth?
Well, it's a matter of you knowing yourself and whether or not you can handle it or not. If you are someone who can handle it, then it's best for you to do it yourself as a startup, so you don't have to incur any costs in getting an accountant.
Right.
But if you can, or you get someone who can do it for you for free, then you could get somebody to assist you. And there are a lot of apps on the market that can help you, just enter very quickly. As soon as you make a sale, you enter it. Or you can just do a spreadsheet, like an A4, or even rule lines in a notebook. I mean, there are so many ways.
So there's really no excuse. Like you said, when you mentioned the apps, and these days there's an app for almost anything and everything. Some of them free, some of them you pay a small premium, and then you've got your own handy, like accountant or whatever, right? Onto your mobile device. So in terms of the support that you give startups to businesses, is that also a component, the financial support that they get from SheThrives?
Yes, so we give them financial education. We help them with their budgeting. We help them with their bookkeeping. And in the market, we have women just doing the tallies. I don't know whether you remember in school.
Oh, where you do one. Once you get to 5, you cross it out that way. Okay.
Yes, because they are not able to read and write. That's how they record their sales and all that. So at the end of the day, they are able to, do the maths to know how much they've sold and how much is left. And so, I mean, in terms of financial support, we do give them the education and the training, and we also try to link them to other financial institutions to assist them.
Well, time check, it is some 10 minutes to the top of the 10 a.m. You're still live here on 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. This is Womanpreneur on 3FM Sunrise. And today, Judith is here from SheThrives Africa, giving us some much needed tips and tricks on, focusing on one's business and also, attempting to enhance one's business. What is the strength size of SheThrives Africa?
In terms of our staff?
Yes.
We are just 5.
Oh, just 5. It's a small but mighty team.
Yes.
Has that been 5 from the get-go? How has the numbers increased in the last 7 years?
It used to be just me.
Okay.
And then we became 2 and 3 and
4 and then 5. That means by the end of the year, you could potentially be adding on.
So, but as and when we need extra hands, we just do outsourcing to various entities for help.
Would you say that this is a lucrative trade, a lucrative business?
Well, in terms of lucrative, we are a foundation, basically. And so we don't charge for the services that we make. We take support from institutions, corporates, and other institutions that are able to help us. So it gives us, if you may, the satisfaction to know that we are helping women and businesses grow. In the near future, we intend to do other things that would bring us money. We do trainings, like customer service training and stuff like that we charge for.
Right.
But for the help that we give to women in general, everything is absolutely free.
So this is, would you say, your life's passion to help women help their businesses? Yeah. Would you say SheThrives Africa then would fall under what some describe as social enterprise?
Yes,
or is that the right terminology?
Yes, it is a social enterprise.
Is it an easy business to run? What are some of the most difficult aspects of running a foundation like this?
The most difficult part really is the financing. Because we need to be able to get the right support to be able to pass it on to the women. And so basically that is it. And then also human capacity sometimes. When you want to call on friends and other professionals, you would have to work with their time, and sometimes it doesn't really work well with yours. And so those are some of the challenges that we face.
I see. And I know that throughout the year, like you say, there are events and there's some training. There's something that's coming up that's to benefit entrepreneurs.
The smart money woman.
Okay, the smart money. Hey, can we be smart money women in this economy? I mean, you're in this space. What has the feedback been like, especially given how turbulent the economy has been? So I know you say the financials definitely, or how businesses keep their finances is one of the big things that you see. But I'm guessing the economy doesn't help at all in terms of putting money away, being able to reinvest, and so on and so forth.
It doesn't help because money that was worth something yesterday is not worth the same anymore. And so in terms of people's production and so on and so forth, you find that they need more money to be able to sustain their working capital and so on and so forth. And so it isn't easy.
Yeah, and you make the point that for women, it's even a bigger hurdle, accessing capital. So smart money woman, what are we going to be learning? What is it all about?
Okay, so we're going to be learning about budgeting, bookkeeping, I beg your pardon, and then we're going to be learning about branding. And then a very important aspect being our well-being in terms of the health of women that run businesses. I mean, sometimes when you need money to put into your capital or to put into your operations and you don't get it, sometimes the stress.
You can't even faint.
Exactly. And so we want a doctor to come and speak to us as to how we can manage all those situations. Yeah, so
smart money woman. And it's going to be, I guess, a holistic event because you say money, well-being. So also mental health is involved involved in this.
Health,
okay.
Branding and all that.
And when is it happening? Where is it happening?
It's happening in Tema Community 6, Jokal Hotel, on the 5th of August.
Okay. Yeah. And if we want any more information on ticketing and all of that, how do we get that information? Please plug the socials for us.
Okay. So our socials are SheThrives.
Yes, SheThrives.
On all the social media.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, SheThrives on all of the social media. I believe the website is SheThrivesAfrica.com. SheThrivesAfrica.com. And you can get some more information on that. But just Judith, before I say goodbye to you, what are you making of the higa-haganess of the economy? Also, I mean, you're also in business. Social enterprise is business that at least keeps you going with the trainings and all of that. Have you had to make any big adjustments to the way that your operations are run?
Yes. So in terms of cost, I mean, you need to be able to cut your cost in order to be able to stay afloat or manage a business. And I think that's one important thing that a lot of people should take note of. Do only the essential things and let go of things that are not so.
But it's so hard because we want to jam. As women, we want to look good.
Yeah.
The number of times I do mani and pedicures, I've had to reduce it by, I mean, almost 80%.
Sometimes when I go to the salon, I get amazed at the number of people who still go to the salon.
Oh, you have to go on YouTube and then watch how to do your own hair.
Yeah.
So I think that is good advice. For most people, they've had no choice but to adjust their palettes, adjust their taste.
Yep.
Even some people are adjusting the number of times that they eat in a day, and that's a very real, a very, very real thing. And that's why interventions like this are very important. And you're passionate about what you do, empowering women-led businesses. Is it just women-led businesses?
Well, we do men as well.
Okay.
Just that our prime focus is on
women-led business. But men are definitely welcome to also seek your help. But we advocate here for the women. So women, definitely get in line and seek out SheThrives Africa. Check out the website. Check them out on the socials. It's SheThrives.
Yes, SheThrives.
Yes, SheThrives across the different social media. On Facebook, on Instagram, and also on Twitter, which is now called X. Yes, things have changed. Things are not the same. And then, of course, you can take advantage of the Smart Money Woman event happening. When is it happening again?
5th August.
5th August in Tema.
In Tema Community 6,
All right.
Jokal Hotel.
And we're going to be learning a lot.
Yes,
you don't want to miss this
including how
one.
to save in order to be able to make it
in this economy.
through the economy.
We can still save.
You can.
It is possible.
It is possible.
Well, we're going to be finding out if it is indeed possible. Everybody says, "Oh, put this percentage."
Exactly.
Of
One of our sponsors is coming to talk about how you can save, so you should definitely come and learn how to do it.
Well, I hope this advice is the kind that we can really use, because I've been trying
put away a CD a day.
And that's something.
And that's something. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Judith.
And it's at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. prompt. Judith Ocansey, CEO, founder, SheThrives Africa, with the much needed gems this morning. We're very grateful for your time. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
And also thank you for the passion that you have for women-led businesses. Aiko to you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get a combination.
Johnny, we're going to be learning how to save, mental well-being. Yeah, all this economy and the mental well-being and the saving is not really gelling.
I don't want to be a parliamentarian. The speaker will sack me from there. Because if I say it doesn't lie in his mouth, he will say...
And as for you,
Marshall.
If you were in the House of Parliament...
Faneko Abonting.
If you...
Fast.
What would you do if the Marshall had held MP like that? No?
Are we fighting? Leave me alone.
Because he was ready to go. If I even bow, he saw he bowed before he left. He didn't want problem.
We'll marshal you out.
Bowed. He said, "Don't push me."
Oh, Charlie. I feel bad for the man. But why did he say that it doesn't lie in the speaker's mouth?
You think he could have rephrased it?
He could have said something else.
Like,
oh, Mr. Speaker, you know, you are a father and...
we are going through the corners.
Yeah, you have to...
We are sweetening and making the blow more sugary.
But what else do you do? Now you said it's plain, they sacked you.
But you saw the film with it, you quenched the mic.
Yeah. That's so just.
Oh, we have to go. What a morning it has been, Johnny.
We have to go. I mean, SheThrives, right?
SheThrives Africa. It's a foundation. You approach them, it's for free. You can get some...
As in building foundation or...
Wherever you slept yesterday, don't go there this evening.
No.
Because today...
No, help me. It's a what?
It's a foundation. Not like some of the other ones that we've seen that are not performing. This is a performing foundation.
No. You know, when you are building, you dig the foundation. You deck and you flow.
I see the way said this, Tani. I think he wants to come and fix things in there.
He will relax. He says we are mentioning his name to my people think he has money, so they are.
You want to make him popular like Dr. Alegibam?
Yeah, Dr. Seth Agbeiza, Dr. Solution, Dr. Bob Franklin,
all our names.
Dr. Della, Dr. Richard Ejianan, Dr. Steven, and Dr. Ike.
But none of them can ever surpass Dr.
Bonaventure
Benedict Alegibam. All right, well, we're saying goodbye to you.
Stubborn Academy Vice Chancellor.
Thank you so much for making a date with us. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We're back again tomorrow, sharp. On behalf of the rest of the team, do have an amazing Tuesday.
Do you know what Ankwanuma means?
Lonely bird.
Lonely bird?
Yeah, just me on my own.
What about Mampam?
Mampam is Mampam a gamma lizard?
No.
But what about, because it moves the neck like this.
What about Apostle?
Apostle?
Yeah.
It's a
you don't know Apostle?
It's a kind of bird.
Do you know Dan Kwansri?
What?
Dan Kwansri.
Oh, please.
You don't know?
Oh, please.
What about Akpopulunto?
We have to go.
We have to go, yeah. Tomorrow we'll continue.
Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow.